Hello guys, once again welcome back to our channel. So continuing our discussion of mock test 1 from NT Abhyas app, we'll see the next question. So let me share the screen with all of you. So now we can see the question number 15 on the screen. So the question is, suppose that the side length of a triangle are 3 consecutive integers, then and one of the angle is twice another. The number of such triangle is or are. So what is given in this question is that let's say we have a triangle. A triangle ABC. Okay, we'll draw another bigger figure. Let's say we have this triangle. Triangle A, B, C. So now one of the angle is given as twice of other. So what we'll do over here is, like, we can assume any one angle to be twice of other. So let's say from this figure, we are assuming that B is equal to twice of A. If B is equal to twice of A, can we say that if we draw this angle bisector, that is BD. So if you draw this angle bisector BD, then this angle bisector will bisect into two equal angles, that will be angle A and again angle A. We also know that angle bisector divides the opposite side in the ratio of the corresponding sides. That means if we have taken this triangle ABC, so we are taking, let's say, the length of this side is A, the length of this side is C, and the length of this side is B. So we know that this will be A upon A plus C times B, and in a similar way we can say that AD will be equal to C upon A plus C times B. So this will be the side AD and CD. Now if you look close, that is triangle ABC and triangle BCD. If you look into these two triangles, that is triangle ABC, and the other triangle we are talking about is BCD. In these two triangles, can we say that angle A is equal to angle B? We can clearly see that this is angle A, and because this angle bisector, so this will be also angle A. So this angle equal to this angle. In a similar way, we can say that angle C is equal to angle C, because for both the triangles, this is the same angle. It's not changing. So from there, we can say that triangle ABC will be similar to triangle BDC. So now as these two triangles are similar, so we'll get BC by AC. This value will be equal to DC by BC. So now we'll substitute the values. So upon cross multiplication, we can rewrite this entire thing as BC into BC will be equal to DC into AC. So putting values, if you look into this figure, we know BC is nothing but A. So we'll write A square. Similarly, we know the value of DC from here. It is AB upon A plus C. AB upon A plus C. In a similar way, we know AC. AC is nothing but this length, which will be equal to B. So we'll put into B. So when we further simplify it from here, we can say that A times A plus C will be equal to B square. Now we can clearly see if we look at this expression. In this expression, other way around, we could have also written it as A square plus AC equal to B square. And all the sides are positive. So we know for sure that B square will be greater than A square, because after adding AC in A square, it is coming out to be B square. So obviously from here, we can say that B will be greater than A. If B is greater than A, there are two possibilities. One possibility is that B is equal to A plus 1, and other possibility is that B is equal to A plus 2. We already know B is greater than A, and we know the sides are consecutive integers. So if sides are consecutive integers, either B will be A plus 1 or A plus 2. So we'll substitute these values in this equation. So substituting these values in this equation, we will get, if B is equal to A plus 1, we'll get it as A into A plus C will be equal to A plus 1 whole square. So simplifying it, we'll get A square plus AC will be equal to A square plus 2A plus 1. So we can cancel out the A square and A square. So after doing that, we'll get it as C will be equal to 2 plus 1 by A. Now it's also given that all the sides are integer. So if all the sides are integers, it is compulsory that A should be equal to 1. It's compulsory that A should be equal to 1. So if A is equal to 1, the possibility will be, if A is equal to 1, we'll get C will be equal to 3 and B will be equal to 2. But we can clearly see 1, 2 and 3. It won't form a triangle, because one of the property of triangle is that sum of two sides should be greater than the third side. That is not happening over here. C is equal to sum of A plus B. So this won't be a triangle. That means the only option is the other case. So now we'll look for the second case, that is this one. That is when B is equal to A plus 2. So when B is equal to A plus 2, over here we'll get it as A times A plus C will be equal to A square plus 4 plus 4A. So simplifying it, again we can cancel out A square, so we'll get AC will be equal to 4 plus 4A, or other way around, we'll get C will be 4 by A plus 4. Now we know another condition. Obviously, if we know that all three are in A, B, C are consecutive integers. So if B is equal to A plus 2, that means the only thing will be C equal to A plus 1. This will be the condition. If C is equal to A plus 1, and in the denominator over here, we can see that C is coming out to be 4 plus 4 by A. That means the only possible value that A can take will be 4. So from here, we can say that A will be equal to 4. So obviously, B is equal to 6 and C will be equal to 5. And we can see that it's follow the triangle inequality, that is sum of any two sides should be greater than the third one. So we'll get only one answer, or only one triangle, that is the triangle with sides 4, 5 and 6. As we're getting only one triangle, the correct answer will be option A.